So if your football season is wrapping up and you're looking to improve your speed, I tell you what, one of the best things you can do is focus on your hip flexors in the offseason. The Kbands wall drill is by far one of the number one drills that you can do that focuses specifically on your hip flexors. And what it is basically you're going to sit at a 45-degree angle on the wall. You'll have the athlete place their hands on the wall, and you want to kind of try to be in a straight line. What you'll do now is you're going to move up through resistance in different set sequences. If you're really advanced, you can push the envelope for 15, 18-second resisted sets. Complete 4 or 5 of them and then unclip the bands, and you're going to move into unresisted sets. What those are going to do is you've got complete muscle activation, and now you can get that mind-body connection going where you're trying to move faster and faster and faster. It's kind of like swinging a baseball bat. If you put a donut on it and you swing it around a little bit, it's a little bit slower. You're not full potential on speed, but you know what? It activates everything in your body. And then all of a sudden, you drop that donut off. The bat feels free and easy. You've got good bat speed. So the same thing applies here with the Kbands during those unresisted sets. Get back in your body and move as quickly as you can.
So am I doing this for, if it's speed, I need to move rapidly. Now, what is sort of my target height? I'm trying to drive the knee to what point?
Yeah, so elite level sprinters are going to have a knee about belt height. That's going to be your ultimate goal. And the reason for that is you're trying to stretch the whole back half of the running form. So imagine if your knee comes up, you use your hip flexors and your quads to basically lift that knee. But you're stretching your glutes and your hamstrings and all the powerful muscles on the back. We've got to stretch and then we've got to reflex. So you're going to be able to power off the ground a lot better when you stretch the muscles properly. So the hip flexor is not only going to help you really get out and get more stride frequency, faster knees coming up, but you're getting your body in a good position to power off the ground. That's that stride length, drive off the ground. That's the key to speed. Frequency, length. So this specific drill is going to be great for getting a little bit better at frequency in proper form. Oftentimes you will always see this. If it's a younger athlete that's never done this exercise before, their butt will start to leak out and their knees will stay rather low. The key is to make sure that you keep a very straight back, and how you accomplish that is by driving off the ground and keeping a good, strong core. Once again, great for your fundamentals, right? Running with constant tension in your core, trying to be balanced and be explosive. You don't want to be loosey-goosey if you're running the football and someone rocks your world, right? You got to be tight, and you want to maintain that position as best as you can.
I think you're going to find, too, in the resisted sets, you may not be able to get to that waist high or
Youth athletes, probably not. But remember, we got multiple levels of resistance. So make sure that you don't have too strong of resistance. I can't tell you the number of times that I've seen, got to put on the blue bands, got to put on the green bands. 13-year-old kid. It's a little too strong for you, range of motion.
You're going to get out of balance.
Yep.
I mean, if this is not a forced exercise. You want to be able to drive through the resistance. Maybe that's at 10 or 15% resistance, not,
Well, the guide on resistance is going to be, you want to maintain full range of motion with speed. And if you can't get to 12 to 15 seconds without your form collapsing, move down a level in resistance. This is very important for younger kids. As you get a little bit older, you get the idea of resistance training. You can kind of feel what you can handle and what you can't while you're being explosive. But if you're moving and putting, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Your legs are barely going, lighten up the load a little bit. It's a speed drill. We want to be rapid fire. We want to be moving quickly with that form. So,
well, more is not always better. We got to do this right.
But this drill is by far one of the best, most ballistic movements you can make to develop your hip flexors that all football players should be doing in the offseason. Bar none, you're not going to find a better hip flexor drill than the Kbands wall drill.